Calling from a 509 area code. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Sam. This is Ronald Reagan.
Oh, hello, Ronald Reagan.
I'm looking for a term to describe something that happens under the Trump administration, which is like it feels like an epiphany, but you're actually just remembering something that's really important, but that you've forgotten. So, like the other day, I was cleaning my garage, and suddenly I remembered that Rick Perry is in charge of the nuclear weapons. And I had like a panicky moment, like, holy shit, I totally forgot about that. And it's hugely important, and nobody's talking about it, but it's like this huge thing.
I think it's called time dilation.
Okay, well, we need a term, but I had another one the other day when I remembered Trump talking to Comey about whether or not he thinks he could track down the P-tape, or that he could prove to Melania that the P-tape isn't real.
Now, let me just remind people what you're referencing. That's when he asked Comey to find the P-tape so that he could show that it didn't exist.
Right. And,
can you prove there is no P-tape, please? Can you prove there's no P-tape?
Sometimes these flashbacks are good, right? Like it felt really good to remember that. And then the Rick Perry one was horrifying. But I don't know if you're going to get to it today. Putin and Trump were asked specifically about the P-tape. Putin said that they're
we have it.
Be really hard for them to get.
No. I know it. No.
We got it.
We'll play it. We'll play it. You pulled it. It's the last question of the thing. Do you not have it? It was when he said, like, there was a question by the AP reporter.
Shout out to the AP, by the way.
Yeah, they had some pretty good questions today. They said the AP reporter said at the end about compromising material. And it wasn't Josh Marshall who said it. It was the AP reporter.
Marshall has the link, though.
And Trump did not. Well, this question was actually asked for Putin. Do you have compromising material on Donald Trump? And here is Putin responding to that question.
The compromising material. Yeah, I did heard these rumors that we allegedly collected compromising material on Mr. Trump when he was visiting Moscow. Well, distinguished colleague, let me tell you this. When President Trump visited Moscow back then, I didn't even know that he was in Moscow. I treat President Trump with utmost respect. But back then, when he was a private individual, a businessman, nobody informed me that he was in Moscow. Well, let's take St. Petersburg Economic Forum, for instance.
Pause it for 1 second. I just want to remind people. The question was, do you have compromising material on Donald Trump? And he has yet to say, no, that's ridiculous.
There's all sorts of people who travel
I understand
here.
why you say that. He said, like, I never even heard of this guy. Does that remind anybody of anything else? Like Donald Trump said that about everybody, like Paul Manafort? I never even heard of the guy.
Who the hell is that guy?
Who is that guy?
Who is he?
Corey Lewandowski. What? No.
Womp.
That's all he's saying is that I hadn't even heard of Donald Trump. He had not heard of Donald Trump.
Didn't know he was in town.
Didn't know he was in town.
He could have discovered he was in town later when he saw a video of him urinating on women in a hotel room.
Exactly, but here.
St. Petersburg Economic Forum, for instance, there were over 500 American businessmen, the high-ranking, the high-level ones. I don't even remember the last names of each and every one of them. Well, do you remember, do you think that we try to collect compromising material on each and every single one of them? Well, it's difficult to imagine.
Pause it. I love how he says.
No, it's not.
No. But the best part is he goes, honestly, do you think that we're collecting on each person, like all 500? No way. which sort of leaves it up to 425. We do about 400.
Not even that they don't want to,
right.
But that it would be hard.
Right. It would be super difficult to do all.
It's also what you were saying this morning. It's like, and so the subtext I'm giving you is that we have urination tapes of all of you.
Yes.
If you're a semi-prominent person who's visited Moscow and you've done anything sexual, well, no.
I have one thing to tell you. If you are in top 300, you got a problem.
He's so good. Like, he could have just lied to the press with no consequences, right? Putin's allowed to do that, but he wants everyone to be sweating right now.
I think there is a bit of a flex there.
No, he's toying with Trump. I think you're totally right.
So Trump then interjects. I don't know if you're going to play the rest of the clip, but he says it would have come out by now. That was his defense. So,
this is rock solid right there.
Here we go.
Of what he said.
Hold on, here.
Okay, go ahead.
To imagine another nonsense of a bigger scale than this. Well, please just disregard these issues and don't think about this anymore again.
And I have to say, if they had it, it would have been out long ago. And if anybody watched...
If they had it, it would have been out long ago.
Would have come streaming out.
So.
That's like what he was saying to Comey. Like, hey, where is it, basically?
Anyway, you remember what Comey's reaction? And I hate, I don't like the Comey, whatever. I'm not a fan. But Comey's best moment was actually when they were talking about the P-tape. And he was just like, even if it's 99% not true, I don't know and haven't worked with anybody, whether it's myself or Obama or anybody, who would be like, there's a 1% chance that something like this exists. It would be super embarrassing if it came out.
Wait a second. But here's the other part. Nobody said P-tape here, right? They said compromising material. Now, that could be like, hey, we happen to know that $400 million has been laundered through your stuff. Or, hey, we happen to know that you have an offshore account here. Or, hey, no one said that it was the P-tape, but he's super focused on that.
Putin should have done a Trump. Like, it could have been many things. Could have been money laundering. Could have been criminal connections to drug cartels. Could have been collusion. It could have, it could have been
the one thing that doesn't add up is Trump's a germaphobe. So I'm trying to work that out in my head.
Yeah.
Urine is sterile when it leaves the body.
Exactly.
You know what? Actually, that's not as true as people make it out.
Oh, really?
Right?
Oh, really? What do you? How do you know about that?
No, because during that time when everybody was talking about the P-tape, people were writing think pieces on it.
But somebody should test what Jamie just did around Trump and be like, besides, it's sterile. And then he'd be like, exactly. Wait, what?
They peed on the bed, not on me. All right, let's go to the
Can I just thank Raygun for a second?
Yes, he's gone.
Oh, he's gone? Oh, well, thank you, Raygun, for becoming a member of the Antifada. I know we don't always agree on everything, but I'm really glad that you are listening and we're having a real exchange of ideas. So thank you.
Wow, I am a supporter of Raygun's podcast, and I think he's...
Ooh. I'm sure that's an oversight. Raygun is already with the big three. He's got to get with the big four.